Hello, welcome to the first video of this playlist called Circular Staircase with Landings. And in this very first video, I'll take you through the very first steps of how we create this whole logic. So, as you see, my Rhino and Grasshopper screens. So what I will start with is basically put a point. Right? That point is going to be my point to accommodate my staircase. So I'm working in millimeters, by the way, so make sure you check your units before you dive into this. So let's put some points on here on XY. You don't need to change the Z, so Z can be 0, this can be stay as it is, but as you see, this is a vector, not a point, so convert it, or I have to use the struct point component instead of vector one. So you see, this is going to be my point for my staircase. I can use 0.0 as my starting point, and the first thing that I'll be doing since it's a circular staircase, I'll be using a circle, and this circle is going to be taking this portion as my radius, right? And let's define the first the core of this staircase, because this staircase can be going around an elevator shaft, or it can be only supported by a pole, right? Structural, or it's like a really structural vertical element. So what we can say, let's say 1.5 meters for this core, but you see it's too much and it's too little at the same time. So but this is a good range. We can always make these sort of arrangements on this. So let's say 1 meters for now, or maybe this is fine for now. We can increase and decrease that too. And we can group this and say, we can group this without saying anything, because it takes more time to write on these things and everybody has different preferences, so you may want to do it the other way around. And the next thing that I'll be doing is actually creating the other circle that is going to be defining my stairs or stair lengths. So let's say, but this is kind of an important decision here. So if you want to have, let's say, the length of the staircase or stairs is, let's say, 2 meters. What we can do is we can use a mathematical operation here, right? We can say, okay, instead of putting this value directly, we can create an addition, and that addition would have 500 as it starts, because this is the core size, right? We want to keep it as it is, and it will add on top of this. And what this will give me is the length. If you pay attention, it's going to be the radius, meaning the length is going to be 400 or 4 meters long, right? So there are a couple of things we can do here. We can say, okay, I want to have this as my length. So the same goes for this guy as well. So I can divide these by 2, and 2 will mean that we have to keep it as a static number, so we don't need a slider. So I can use a panel here, add this to this group. I can also copy this guy and this guy as well and put this in here, obviously putting this in, and then I can make a group. So what I'll be doing is I'll be creating the lines in between these circles, right? So but without going into that part, it's a good point to pause things for this one. So we start with the initial circles, and in the next video we'll define the lengths. We'll define the curves based on the lengths that we are going to have.